Howdy folks, welcome to Katie Phillips Scrapbook Designs. I'm Katie and today we're going to work on fin number 2, which is pages 3 and 4 in the Vaporwave Dreams album. And for page number 3, I thought I would do an acetate pocket. I have not done one of these before. I've seen it on a couple of channels. I think Scrap and Copy does it and a couple of others. I will link to those channels in the description box down below. And you guys, if you're not already following those channels, you should really be following those channels. So the base page for this album is 6 3/4 inches by 6 1/4, and we scored the 6 3/4 inch side at 6 1/2 and 6 1/4. And I've got a pocket here, and this is a scrap from cutting the base page. This scrap is 7 inches wide by 4 1/4 inches tall, and I've scored it at about 1/2 inch all the way around. And I'm going to cut into this. And I've selected this 6 by 6 piece from the collection. We're working with this is collection called the Neon Nightlife collection. Go ahead and grab the pad. We are working with the Neon Nightlife collection from Recollections. So what I want is an acetate pocket that's going to go over this section here. And when the tag is in the pocket, you won't be able to see any of the lettering, and when the tag is removed, you'll be able to see all the lettering. So I'm going to use a pencil to mark where I want the cuts to be, and then I'm going to cut it out, probably with a craft knife, and mat everything. In fact, well, do I want to mat everything first? Decisions. You know what? I am going to cut the pocket and then adhere it down and then decide if I want to mat anything and how I want to mat it. to mat this. So let's see how wide we want to cut the mat here. So that pocket is right at 5 7/8 inches. I think I want to come down to 5 5/8 inches wide by we're going to go to 1 1/4 inches tall. So 5 5/8 by 1 1/4. Check my measurements here. Yes, that will be just perfect. And there's not going to be any weight on this, so I'm going to use double-sided tape so I can get all the way to the edge. Somewhere around here, well, I've got a burnishing tool around here somewhere, but it seems to have slid off somewhere. And for the sides, I think I'm going to use, yep, I'm going to trim a couple of pieces here. Duplicate that on this side. Now I do want to do some kind of insert in here, because what I'd like is whatever the insert is, start off with whatever that looks like and then that. So, and I've got a couple of cut aparts here that I can use, and the paper is not double-sided, so it's easy enough to take the cardstock, or not the cardstock, the pattern paper, and just turn it into an insert directly. However, I don't want to use this pattern here because it's just going to blend into that right there. So let's find a different pattern. What do we got going on over here? You know what, I think we're gonna go with the leaf pattern because we've got a leaf pattern going on the other side. So this page is essentially 6 1/4 inches squared. So I think I'm going to cut a folio that is 6 and, can I do 6 1/4 here? I can. 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, which is going to be 6 1/4 by 8 1/2. I could score it, but I am literally just going to fold this in half. I'm just going to bring the corners together and crease. And I'm going to ink the edges because this cardstock cracked. Think about that. I'm gonna have to trim that down to let's go to 5 3/4. Or we can go down to 5 1/2. Bang my light there, and I think I want to mount this. I think this is a 3x4. No, it's a little bit wider than 5 inches and about 3 3/4. The edges of this piece, and I think I'm going to mount this on white cardstock. Just so that it sticks out a little bit more. I think those two messages work well together. Enjoy today, never regret a day in your life. Oh, now I have no idea what I'm going to do for page number 4. Let's look at the scraps that we've got. This is pretty much it for the scraps that we've got so far for this album. That and a couple of white scrap that I'm probably going to use to offset or double matte pages in the album. Could do a belly band. With a series of flaps. Kind of like that idea. What else do we have for options here? We also have a pocket as an option. And we could put a magnetized strap over the top. Let's go ahead and go with that. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to go with 1/2 inch all the way around, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start with 1/4 inch on the inside and on the bottom, and then figure out where the outside score line is gonna be. Let's go ahead and get the album out of the way, that way I don't accidentally get something on it like I did with the wedding album. So we're going to start here at 1/4 inch. And because we're going so small, I'm going to use glue to secure this. Oops, that's not 1/4 inch. That is 1/4 inch. And this page is 6 1/4 inches wide. Oh yeah, the 1/4 inch was a good call, because that leaves us right at 1/4 inch. For the band, so this piece is 7 3/4 inches tall. It's not going to hurt it to have an extra long tab, so I'm going to score the tab at 5 3/4. Now we need the mat, and I think I want to use new paper. Let's go with this piece here for the mat, and we're going to go within 1/8 inch. So this is going to be 6 1/8 inches squared. And the reason for that is because the pocket is scored at 1/4 inches. Don't know where that cut off filming. So the strap here is 1 1/4 inch wide by several inches tall. However, we're going to be mounting a 3x4 card to it, so we don't need to mat the entire length of it. Now we need a strip that's 1 inch wide by 5 3/4, so 5 1/2, 1 by 5. Oh wow, that ended up falling way short. I think I'm just going to leave it. So this piece here is 6 inches wide by 2 inches tall. So I need a scrap that is 1 1/4 inches tall by 5 3/4 inches wide. 2 inches tall, so we want 1 3/4 inches by 5 3/4. added into the album. If you enjoyed this album or enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I release 2 new videos every week, and the next video is going to be page number 3. I have no idea what that's going to be because I'm designing this by the seat of my pants. And if you have any questions, go ahead and leave me a comment down below, and I will leave links to all the materials that you can buy at Amazon or Michael's or wherever in the description box down below. I will see you guys next time. Bye.